What happens if you put the wrong fuel in your car? Really simple. And I've done it. I've put my hands up. I've done it. Okay. In a bit of a predicament. Car's not going anywhere. Put the right fuel in, the right oil in, the right amount of water, runs like a breeze. Okay, so I want you to try and think about our bodies in that way and fueling our bodies in the right way to get the best out of us. Okay, so that's the second point. So then this really brings us on to the weight loss. We also need to fuel our bodies in the right way to enable us to lose weight effectively. Okay, can I still eat carbs and lose weight? And quite simply, the answer is definitely yes. Yes. What's important about carbs is that we give our bodies, again, the best or the right ones. So we get carbohydrates also from sugar. Now, sugar is huge because we don't need the refined sugars that we tend to get in a lot of food, of cakes and biscuits and chocolate and sweets and things like that, even what we put in our own drinks. We need carbs in the way of starchy food. So I like to think of what the planet can give us a little bit in depth. So, you know, what grows, what grows, what the earth provides us with. So, you know, potatoes, rice, they're all good things. Our body needs that fuel to turn into glucose, to use as energy for those functions that I talked about at the beginning: brain function, daily life, breathing, eating, digestion, circulation. So yes, is the answer. Without going too off on one, we can eat carbs and still lose weight. Right, number 2, how often should I weigh myself? Now, there's no rule about weighing. I can only go really on recommendation and a bit of my own experience with weight loss, and at times, you know, battling with trying to lose weight. And I would say no rules, but a good guide really is once a week at the same time. Our weight fluctuates on a daily basis depending on water intake, food, exercise. So it can be quite inaccurate to weigh yourself daily. I went through a period where I was trying to lose weight and scales became obsessive. I was weighing myself every day and then sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, to the point where it was actually detrimental. It was stressing me out and my body reacted in the opposite way. I actually put weight on. So I would say there are no rules to how often you should weigh yourself, but a guide would be once a week at the same time. Okay, are we all right? Are we still with this? Got a few more to get through. Keep letting me know that you're there. I'm not just talking to myself. Okay, does strength training really help with weight loss? Now, this is interesting because especially with women, we've had a fear, and I have in the past, fear that, strength training, weight training, I'm going to get bigger. I'm going to, that's not what I want to do. I want to lose weight, not increase in size. Weight loss, it's a massive, 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 massive yes, yes, yes. We need to do strength training and we need to be lifting heavier weights than you perhaps think to obviously improve our muscular strength. And what this in turn then does is increase our calorie burn at rest. So imagine that. You work out, but then when you're sitting watching TV, you're still burning calories a lot quicker than you would if you hadn't done that training. So that's one. Obviously then with strength training, we're becoming stronger. We need to be strong. It helps with blood production, circulation, again, our metabolism. It helps with our metabolic rate. stabilizing our joints. Loads of positives from weight training, but we need to be doing weight training right, and we need to be lifting heavier weights than we perhaps have been or thought we needed to. Okay, number 4. Oh, this is interesting. What supplements can I take to lose weight? You only get one recommendation from me. One recommendation, and that is none. Sorry, guys. It's a long road, and there's no supplement, in my opinion, where you're going to lose weight fast and sustain it. And that's what we need to be considering. That's what we need to be working at. Making lifestyle changes to keep that weight off. And it's a long road. It's hard work, exercising, getting this eating right. Okay, and eating is good. You have to enjoy food as well at the same time, but there's a big no-no from me: supplements and weight loss. Sorry. So, next one. Best way to lose stomach fat. Again, there's no quick, simple answer to this. Hard work, perseverance, looking at what we're eating, looking at what's in our cupboards, what we're buying in the supermarket, drinking more water, drinking less with sugar, being more active. Especially with women, I can relate to. It's the last thing that goes. We hold stomach fat for childbearing, more so than men, and it's hard work, and it's the last thing to go. So yeah, guys, again, we've got to get active. Does drinking lemon juice after meals aid in breaking down fat? There's lots of benefits to it. You get vitamins and minerals from fresh lemons. You get a sense of fullness, so you perhaps can eat less if you have it before a meal. You perhaps could monitor your portion sizes better. Obviously, this aids in hydration, but there's no real proof that it's any better than water. Lots of benefits, so it's, keep it there. But again, breaking down fat, we've got to get this eating sorted out and get this exercise going. Right, first page, next page. How are we doing? Are we still there? Can you let me know? Let me know that you're still there and with me. Okay. So next question. Which fats should I cut back on to lose weight? You know what? I think we probably can answer this together. But it's interesting. These two next questions are quite interesting. They kind of contradict each other. So focusing on this question, which fats should I cut back on to lose weight? I would say, for sure, saturated fats. So fats that you find in meat, butter, cheese. I'm not saying cut them out, saying look at what you're consuming and perhaps reduce it. Because what saturated fats in turn lead to are potentially high cholesterol, heart disease, and circulatory disease. So what we need to look at is eating more monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats. And these are fats that you find in oily fish, avocados, olives, olive oils, rapeseed oil, some nuts and seeds. So things like that. So fats are important. Again, it's about the right kind of fats and the balance, really. Okay, so this takes me on to the next question, which is it healthy to be on keto for a year? So I'll go through briefly what keto diet is. And I just want to make another point. This is something personally for myself. Anything with the word dieting just doesn't sit well with me. The first three letters of that word, you know. So I'm a really, really firm believer in balance, health, plans, goal setting, hard work. Okay, so there have been some benefits proven from a keto diet for diabetics and epilepsy and things like that. Just a brief view on ketosis. It's basically, the keto diet is basically a really low carb, high fat diet. Okay, and this kind of diet puts our bodies into a metabolic state called ketosis. And when our bodies reach that state, we then burn fat more efficiently. Okay, so it sounds great. And I want you to just think of, the Atkins diet, which was really popular. Well, it was really popular basically until Robert Atkins died in 2003. Then the keto diet came in, and this has become popular. And I personally say to be on this diet for a year, it's going to come with disadvantages. You know, again, there's potential for an increase in cholesterol, increase in heart and circulatory disease. It can leave you with severe constipation, and also can leave you deficient in vitamins and minerals that our bodies need. So I would say no. Okay, so number 9. What are macros and why count them? So macros quite basically are our main sources of food that we consume in a day. So it's broken down into three categories. Our macronutrients are fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. And depending on what you're wanting to achieve, whether it's weight loss or weight gain, or, you know, just monitoring for health reasons on a daily basis what you're consuming, that's why we weigh our macros, and we weigh them in grams. So grams of carbs, grams of protein, and grams of fats. Number 10. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Okay, so this is something I can relate to, having had children. So best form of exercise for postnatal weight loss. Now, this honestly depends on how active you've been pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, and post-pregnancy. If it is that you've perhaps in a situation now where you're finding yourself, you've been fairly inactive for a couple of years, considering, you know, the pregnancy and after, and even perhaps before, then exercise needs to be introduced slow, because it has had an effect on our joints. So strength training is important, but again, to introduce it slowly. Light cardio, walking, cycling if you happen to have a bike. There's lots of interval training as well, but shorter interval sessions as opposed to anything longer, just to get your body back into it again. And big one, lots of pelvic floor Pilates postural style exercises, but pelvic floor exercises on a daily basis is really, really important. So yeah, there's loads that you can do. And then next question, can I get my pre-pregnancy flat stomach back after a C-section? Yes, 100%. I've had 2 C-sections, and it is difficult. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of work, but yeah, it's definitely achievable. And if that's your goal, to have, to get that back, that's great. It's a great start. I exercise regularly and eat healthy, and my weight stays the same. Do I need to eat more? This is a really, really interesting question. And honestly, I would need to probably do a further assessment and have a look together at what you are eating and what your activity is that you're undertaking, because it might be that we need to just change and add some intensity to your exercise, or it could be your eating plan, which then could relate to body typing. Okay, so this for me is how we can really, really, really get our heads around weight loss and achieving our health and fitness goals. It's by understanding our body types. So we fall into one of 3 categories. I'll go over them briefly: endomorph, ectomorph, and a mesomorph. Okay, so when we start to understand our body types, we can then look further into what each body type needs to consume and how effective we are at dealing with the process, the digestion process, and this is really important. So this is something that it needs to be looked at in a little bit more depth. So I can't answer that question really without doing a further assessment and looking at what you're eating and what exercise you're doing. But body typing is definitely the way forward, I really think, for weight loss, especially if you get into a sticky point. Understanding our body type and what each body type needs to consume on a daily basis, plus exercise, for me, is the formula to weight loss. Okay, so Sarah, if you are there and you want to get in touch with me, feel free. We are actually running coaching sessions live from the centres, so across Derby Active, so at the arena and at Springwood. And if you want to know more about this, it's an opportunity where I could be a bit more involved and we could look at this together and work out some goals and how we're going to reach them. So if you want to know any more about our online coaching that we've launched this week, then send me a message and you give me a shout, because we can definitely look at this together. We'll be doing this from site. It's online, one-to-one. Yes, which is really good. So we've reached it. That's 11 questions, really good questions, and I hope that I've answered them and you understand, and it's given you an insight, it's given you something to think about. I hope it's been motivational. If you've got any more questions, or you didn't find it interesting, or any feedback, give me some feedback. Let me know what you thought. Because we'll probably be doing a few more of these Q&As across the sites. I think it's a positive thing. Yeah, so let me know. So to conclude, think of food as fuel, so fueling our bodies to function the best way possible. Think of that car. What happens when you put petrol in a diesel car? It doesn't go very far. Trust me, I've done it. And that in its basic form is what I want you to take away with you. Other than that, it's about being active, eating balanced, healthy, eating, lots of really, really, really nutritional food. It's got to be enjoyable. And weight loss comes with perhaps looking at our lifestyle, what kind of lifestyle we're leading, and working on goals, long-term goals, and then breaking those goals down into bite-sized chunks. Yeah, do you like that one? Bite-sized chunks that we can swallow and feel an achievement, so that we keep reaching those goals and feeling good and working. And at the point where we've changed, our lifestyle has changed, and it's sustainable. Sustainable is key. All right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. This was awesome. I hope you've taken something away from it. Send me a message and let me know what point you thought was interesting, what you're going to take away, because I hope there's something that you've taken that you can keep by you. So if you have that day where you're thinking, sod it, like today, it's one of those days. I know. Think about something that we've discussed or we've looked at, and take it with you. Good luck, everybody, and keep those goals, keep reaching them, keep going. I know it's hard. I know it's really hard at the moment, but we've got our classes, we've got our online classes running. We're trying to set challenges that we can do together. So keep this step challenge going, keep sending them in, and stay active or start to move. Message me please for more info, or just message either of our sites. We'll get back to you. If you're feeling low, feeling down, need someone to talk to, if you're feeling a bit lonely, reach out, please. There's someone here. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I am going to leave it there. Please take care and see you all soon.